My name is Calvin, and Broadway Housing Communities saved my life. I came to New York when I was about 19, 20, and had only $7 in my pocket. I always envisioned the type of life that I wanted for myself when I got here. I wanted a family, I wanted a nice apartment, I wanted good friends, all the good stuff in life I wanted. I got sick. I went to a police officer and asked him could he help me because somebody was trying to kill me. So next thing I remember, I was in Bellevue Hospital. I'm paranoid schizophrenic. I thought the CIA and the FBI were after me, and I was terrified. That was the beginning of my cycle of problems in New York. Once I got out of Bellevue, I wound up at the Bowery, and the Bowery was a living hell. Oh man, no privacy. It's a little cubicle with wire mesh in the ceiling, and they just warehouse people in and out of there, full of lights. You'd rather sleep on the street than to sleep in the hotels that were down there. For 30 years, I was out there in the street, in and out of hospitals, in and out of prisons, drinking, drugging. People say they're your friends, but they're your friends for what they can get. I don't know if you can imagine, not being out there in the streets for 30 years, having nothing, no self-esteem. You don't want to go around people because of your body odor. You're living in the street, you can't take a bath when you want to, you can't brush your teeth when you want to, you can't even go to the bathroom when you want to. You look at people walking down the street and some of them have keys in their hands. You say, wow, I wish I had some keys to some place. I would see lights at night on in people's windows. And I would dream, I said, oh man, they got a place to live, they're nice and warm and cozy, looking at television. And here I am sleeping on the curb, I was hospitalized and it was getting close to my discharge, and the social worker was going to find me an apartment to live in. And she took me to a couple of places that, when you walk in the door, it's a stench of urine and ammonia, You just couldn't cover up the filth. So she took me to Broadway Housing Communities. The guy showed me one apartment, and I said, well, yeah, I said, this is nice, I'd like to have this. So I think a week later, I was interviewed, and eventually I got the apartment. So I went and bought a very ugly bedspread. Now that I look back, I thought it was nice at the time, but it was really ugly once I put it on the bed. Then I went and bought, pots and pans and knives and forks, stuff I thought I would need to set up house. They have a social service staff, and they thought I was a candidate for this medicine, and I did good with that medicine. After that, a position came available for coordinator at the Rio, Broadway Housing Communities, and I applied for it. And I had no hopes of really getting it because of my history. But, they accepted me, and they gave me a chance, and I worked that building for a long time. At the retirement party, oh man, everybody had something good to say. It was a wonderful time. It was a wonderful time. I never had nothing like that in my life. Never had but one birthday party in my life, well, maybe two. When I came here to Broadway Housing, I found people who cared. And you knew that they were genuine. And when you don't have friends or family, they become your friends and they become your family. Got a girlfriend, which in the past was just, hit and a miss. I would be thinking they were trying to poison me and stuff like that, wouldn't eat the food. So I had pretty much accomplished the dream that I had on the bus. I'd like to thank Broadway Housing and congratulate them on their 30th anniversary. and keep doing what you're doing, saving lives.